Basic Interface Intro. Hello everyone, my name is Zach, and I will be serving as your guide as we begin to dive into Axle and its many useful features. To navigate to Axle, simply open any web browser and navigate to the home page at nysmsc.axle.ai. When you get to the login page, enter your credentials, which are your first name, followed by a period, and then your last name. The system is case sensitive, so make sure your username and password are all lowercase. Then, enter the unique password that was provided for you in an email and press enter or log in. One tip, if you find the system is taking a while to log in, simply reload the website in the browser's address bar. This should fix the problem, but if you have any issues, please feel free to reach out to an admin for the system. After you have logged in, you will see a page like this that contains the catalogs, folders, and files you are able to access within Axle. I will give a quick breakdown of Axle's user interface that we will dive deeper into throughout the video. On the left panel, you will see a list of catalogs, bins, and smart filters that are available to you in Axle. If you would like to collapse the left panel, simply press the icon with the 3 horizontal lines above the left panel. Pressing it again will get the panel to return. In the middle panel, you will see your homepage catalog until you navigate somewhere else on the system. For the majority of you, your homepage will be the OGS catalog. This middle panel will also be where your search results are shown when trying to locate assets on the system. The right panel is meant to display information about a given asset selected in Axle. To select an asset, click the small checkbox in the bottom left of a thumbnail. This will display file details, metadata, and other useful technical information that is all searchable within the system. If you would like to close the right panel for more space, simply press the circular eye icon. Pressing it again will get the panel to return. A helpful user feature at the top right of the page is the List View option. This lets a user select from either Grid or Icon View to List View. The panels in List View are unique to each user, so setting up preferences to your liking will not affect other users on the system. In List View, you will notice a plus sign at the top that allows users to add information that they'd like to see displayed in their list results. To remove items from the column, hover over an item in the menu and press the X to remove it from the view in the list results. Click off the list to get it to go away. In List View, you also have the ability to sort any of the fields by clicking them for ascending or descending order. When browsing in Axle, if you see video clips, you can hold your cursor over the thumbnail to quickly scrub through the video. To get a larger view of any asset, click the thumbnail and it will open in the browser. Images will simply appear larger, but video and audio files have a media player for playback. The user can drag the cursor quickly to scrub through the content or just press play. Basic Search. You have the option to manually search through files and folders on the system, but we recommend utilizing its very powerful search functionality. If you do find yourself getting lost in the system, simply press the OGS logo in the top left of the page, and it will bring you back to your home catalog. In Axle, there is always a search bar at the top of the page. Every search you enter in the bar is Axle-wide, so it will scan all available files on the system unless otherwise specified. You can search using a wide variety of criteria, such as file name, technical information, or specific metadata that we have set up in Axle. Some of the specific metadata includes event and shoot dates, regions, cities, and resources and team members associated with capturing a particular asset. To search, type into the field and make sure you press enter when done. You can continue to refine your search by adding new terms in the search bar. The search bar works similar to most web search engines in that you can use plus, minus, and parentheses to help narrow your search. To the right of the search bar, there is a drop-down with text labeled All. If you click the drop-down, it gives you a fast way to filter your searches by file type with either video only, audio only, or image/other. A helpful tip while browsing in Axle: if you need to go back, simply press the back arrow in the browser or select from the path list that is below the Axle search bar. Advanced Search. With Axle's Advanced Search, you are able to select specific fields or search operators to more accurately locate assets on the system. Simply press the magnifying glass icon next to the search bar. a new window will open that will allow you more options for searching. You will see a checkbox with the text that says, "Restrict search to current folder." You can check this box if you want to isolate the system search to a specific folder or catalog. Please note you need to make sure you are in the correct folder if you want to search that given folder. As you see, if I restrict my search to a higher level, it will look inside all the folders. But if you dig down, you can restrict the search to whatever folder you are inside. When searching, you can add as many new fields as you want by pressing the plus button, or remove them by simply pressing the minus on the side. Select or enter the field you'd like to search in the first column and what you want to search for in the third column. You'll notice you can scroll down in the first column to view any of the available search fields for the system that range from basic info to detailed information about an asset. You can manually select them from the list, but if you begin typing, the system will suggest terms that you can then select. If, for example, the search you select is a metadata field that we've created, you may be able to select the options available from the drop-down in the third column. As you see, if I select City as a search in the first column, the system will show the cities we have preloaded into the system. Again, if you begin typing into the text field, Axle will suggest terms that are available to select. You can change the search operator in the middle column for things like including or excluding a given search parameter. One of the many benefits of Axle is that you have the ability to save any of your searches with a feature called Smart Search. To save your search, simply click the command gear icon near the top right of the page and select Save Search. A window will open that will allow you to custom name your search for easier access in the future. Press Save and the window will close. The smart filters can be located on the left panel. If you scroll to the bottom, you will see a drop-down for the filters. There are 6 preloaded filters that cannot be deleted, which include new files added today or for that month, and searches for assets with their approval status checked. We will discuss the approval status for clips during the asset review portion of the video. Beneath the 6 preloaded filters, you will find your custom saved searches. You can click the name to quickly bring you to a given search you have already set up. From there, you can press the minus symbols to delete whatever filters you'd like to get rid of. When finished, hover your cursor near the smart filters again and press Done to save your changes. Smart filters are unique to each user, so the filters you create will not appear for another user on the system. If you want to send someone one of your smart searches for them to use, simply go up to the search bar after executing the search. You will see a string of characters for the search. Copy and paste that search into an email or another messenger. A different user would need to just copy and paste the text into the Axle search bar to yield the same results as your smart filter. That user can then save the search and either name it the same or give it their own unique name. Reviewing and sharing clips. Axle has a simple approval system that allows editors, producers, or clients to quickly approve or reject an asset. Click on the circle in the bottom right of the thumbnail and 3 options will pop up that allows you to check Approve, Reviewing, or Rejected. Selecting one will add the corresponding color to the circle to be seen by all users on the system. As seen in the smart filters, the approval status of a clip is searchable. Next, let's cover what a bin is inside of Axle. A bin is a container to store clips and assets on the system. Bins are available to all users on the system that have access. Think of anything in a bin as just a pointer or a placeholder of what is already on the system. The bin doesn't create another version or overwrite a given asset when it is added. To create a bin, select the gear icon in the top right and select New Bin. A window will open that allows you to name your bin. Once the bin is saved, it will appear in the left panel under Bins. One of the key review features in Axle is the ability to create comments and subclips. We will first review making a comment. To do this, you will need to open an asset. Using a clip as an example, an editor, producer, or client with access can scrub to a specific timecode and enter a comment. The comments are viewable to all users in Axle and can be imported into Adobe for an editor or producer's use. Axle has the ability to make subclips from assets to be saved in bins for easier access. The idea of creating subclips is that an editor, producer, or client can take a clip and pull out selected takes or B-roll that they want to be included in a project. To create a subclip, open a clip, and in the media player, press the Subclips tab under the clip. From there, you can set an endpoint where you want the clip to begin by either pressing I on the keyboard or the left bracket in the media player. Travel to where you want the clip to end in the player and either press O on the keyboard or the right bracket to create an out point. Below, you will see a text field where you can give the subclip a specific name like Use This Take. Next, select the bin you want to add the clip to in the dropdown. Axle will remember the last bin where you saved and use that as a default. Once you have the correct bin selected, you can press Create Subclip. The subclip will be moved to the desired bin, and you can also see the clip if you scroll down. If you'd like to add a complete clip to a bin or multiple files at once, you can check the small box in the left corner of the assets. Then, press the 3 horizontal dot icon at the top and hover over Add to Bin. Then, select the bin you'd like to add your clips inside. Axle gives the user the option to download the original high-resolution file or a lower resolution proxy that will download faster and be easier to work with inside of your editing software. Be aware that if you use a lower resolution proxy, that you will need to update to the high resolution versions before the final output. Do not worry, we will discuss proxy workflow in a later video. For now, if you'd like to download a file or files, select what you'd like by checking the box in the lower left of the asset and then clicking the 3 horizontal dots in the top right of the screen. In the list, you will see an option for download. Once you press it, a window will open that gives you the option to download originals or the lower resolution proxies. Select which you'd like, and the files will begin downloading to your computer automatically. As a note, if you select one file to download, it will show you the option for File at the top of the window. But if you select multiple files, select the Zip option. The download progress should appear in a colorized status bar at the top of the page. If you would like to share files through Axle, there are a few different options. First, with the files you want to send selected, press the icon with the 3 horizontal dots at the top right of the page. In the dropdown, select Share. A window will open that has a share link. You can copy and paste that link into an email or type the names of the recipient's emails in the address line. You can enter more than one email. This text field is not case sensitive and doesn't matter if you use a comma or just a space to separate emails. You can set an expiration date for the link and check whether or not the recipient can download the clips once they receive the email. If this option is not checked, the recipient will only be able to view the assets that are sent to them. To show you, an outside user that follows the link will have a view like this, where they can view the clips in a list and write comments and set approval status. The comments and approval status will then show up in the Axle system. If a comment or approval status is not showing up, simply refresh the page or try logging out and logging back in. If the person commenting is a registered user on the system, you will see their name next to the comment. Otherwise, it will just say guest. Another way to send files is within the same menu at the top under the 3 horizontal dots. In the dropdown, hover over Send to Connectr. From there, choose Send via Hightail. A window will open that will ask for email addresses. Once you add and press Send, the files will be sent through Hightail for the recipient to download. A receipt of the file being sent can be found on our Hightail account for OGS. The third way to share a file or files with someone is to copy and paste the web address of a particular file or folder into a messenger. Click inside a specific asset to copy or send from the folder or catalog levels. Please remember that the recipient will only be able to view the files that they have access to in Axle. Similar to the last method, you can also copy and paste the file folder path that appears at the top of the page when browsing. For example, if I were to dig down into a specific catalog's folders, you will see the names of the path appearing at the top under the Axle search bar. You can copy and paste any or all of these path names into a messenger for someone to access. If you would like for them to only see the end destination, copy the final name and paste it into the messenger. Each individual level will be clickable to open. One final way to share a file is to copy the file path of a particular asset and paste it into the search bar for Axle. Please note that this will only work inside Axle. If you paste the file path in your web browser search bar, it will not work. There are two locations where you can copy an asset's file path. The first is if you click the three horizontal dots at the top of the page and then click View Full Path. A window will open that will show the path that you can copy into the Axle search bar. You can also locate the file path in the right panel under File Path, which is in the File Details section at the top. Conclusion. There you have it. I hope this brief overview has helped you gain a better understanding of the Axle system and how to utilize certain functions for searching, reviewing, and sharing assets. We will continue making more instructional videos that are tailored for our needs, but if you'd like general knowledge of the system, please feel free to download the Axle user guide or visit Axle AI's YouTube page for helpful demos. Thanks for watching. See you next time.